Alright guys, so here's my 1998 Jeep Cherokee Classic. It's going to be for sale. I'll do a little walk around and talk about the things that have been upgraded. This car I've owned for about 3.5 years. I've only put maybe 5,000 miles on it. It rarely gets driven. I drive it mostly in winter. It's great for winter. I've taken it out in huge blizzards, never gets stuck. It's awesome. I've taken it off-road a couple times. I got videos on my channel. We'll go around and see all the upgrades I've done in the past about 3 years. All this has been done, and the car's only had a few thousand miles put on it. So new wheels and tires. Those are Wrangler Duratrax, really nice tires, 31.5 by 1050, I believe. We have a 3.5-inch Skyjacker lift all the way around. I have these rock rails I added on. So you can see in here the Skyjacker. That was all put on about less than 3 years ago. I have an Old Man Emu steering stabilizer in there. Quadra-Trek 9,000 pound winch. And we have the front bumper I put on here. I forget the brand of that. I think it was like XRC or something. But it's a nice coated bumper. I'll tell you all the problems with this Jeep as well. As you can see here, I'm holding down the hood with a couple bungees. The hood latch is a little messed up. That might need to be looked at, but nothing that really runs the car there. Hello. But that doesn't change the run of the car, so it just needs to be looked at some point. Let's see, what else have I done over here? I'm sure I've done more underneath. I think I probably put on a new cat back system, a new what are those called, cyclic converters or whatever. That cat, I know I just said that wrong. I've got RC helicopters in my head, but a new cat back system. I think it's geez, I think it was a Borla. Let me take a quick look here. I'm not seeing it. What it is exactly. I have to look that up, but it was a nice system. I forget exactly what it was. All the stuff I looked up and bought nice stuff. Our remote here, it does have power lock and unlock, and you can see in the back here. I gotta clean it out still. I just have some stuff. We have our controller for the winch there, which of course will be included. And I have some ropes in here. These I'm gonna take, but I have some ropes in here. Well, this is for my other car's winch. I brought a couple cars together once. I guess I threw them both in there, but we'll get you the one that works with this car. And I have some ropes. I'm going to take these. I'm going to take everything out of here except for the winch thing, because I would last winter I went around helping people, pulling people out that were stuck in the snow. It was a lot of fun. You could see that on my channel too. All these stickers can be easily taken off. The back seat, we have nice Husky liners on the ground, and the ground is actually black powder coated. I gotta get it cleaned out. There's a AA battery under there. Still have a little bit of cleaning to do in this car, but it's all black powder coated on the bottom, which is nice. And then we have nice Husky liners. Get in the front here, and again, you could see Husky liners. They're a little dirty. I gotta clean them out. And then we got black, kind of like what do they call that? Powder finish or something like that. And it's kind of like the rhino coating for the ground. It's nice because if you want this Jeep for a real Jeep for off-roading and such, you know, it's made for it. So we have one other thing I got to talk about. This Jeep, since I got it, has had a little problem. Oh, hold on, I got this battery. Give it a second. This battery I've not started for a while. Alright, so we're back outside, and my jump starter battery, I have a little portable jump starter with a battery. It was dead, so I have this plugged in right now. So you can see it's a red top Optima battery. Had it for about 3 years. I'm charging it with my solar panel for a little while. Alright guys, so got it started, just had to charge it up a little bit. I think I showed you the Optima red top battery in there. It wasn't fully dead, and it's a deep cycle battery, which is good. It's a couple years old. I'm going to drive the car around for like 20 minutes, but as I drive I want to show you guys a couple, well actually the last quirk of this car that it's been doing this for 3 years now. It's an automatic. You have the part-time four-wheel drive in this, the real four-wheel drive with the low gear. So you have your real four-wheel drive, which is really nice in the winter. Put it in 4 high, you kick ass in the snow. But it's an automatic, although it has one problem. It doesn't like to go into first gear. So I'm going to show you what we do when we drive this, and it's not a big deal to me at all, but it's something you got to consider if you're going to be getting this car. Nothing slips, nothing's a problem, but as you see here, if I go into drive, and now I try to go, we're going just fine. Actually, we're in first gear now. So it's kind of playing nice right now. But sometimes it doesn't like to go into first gear, and I'll show you that. I'm going to stop at this corner here. I'm still in drive. I'm not going to change it unless I tell you guys. So now I'm stopped at this corner here, and I'm going to stop. And sometimes it'll feel like I'm in third gear. I'm taking off just fine like I'm in first gear right now. But I don't want to sell you guys a car and not tell you everything that's up with it, even if it's not doing it right now. Basically, what I have to do is, it feels like it's kind of slow. So when I am in a standstill, let me pull over to the side of the road here. If I'm not moving, like I'm at a stoplight or a stop sign, just throw it down into 1, 2, start going. Once you're going, just pop it up in the drive, and that's all you do. So if you feel like you're not in first gear when you're starting this car, sometimes it likes to start in third gear instead of first gear, like I said. It's no problem. You just shift it without a clutch, basically. You just pop it into first gear. When you're at a stop sign, it's a little warm in here. I got all the windows up, sun's beating down. So you just pop it in first, and then once you're going 10, 15 miles an hour, just pop it in drive, and it shifts the rest of the way. It'll shift continually. When you slow down, it'll downshift. When you speed up, it'll upshift. And you could test drive this yourself, of course, if you're going to come and look at it. But I'm going to stop here again, and I'm in drive. And it's doing well right now. It's actually still in first gear. But what I would do if I'm stopped is put it in first, start driving, and now pop it up in the drive. And you're good to go. You could slow down almost to a stop, like I am here, and stay in drive, and you're fine. It's just if you're at a dead stop, at a stop light, sometimes I'll put it down into first, because otherwise it's just a little slow taking off. It feels like it's in third. But it's been doing this for 3 years. It hasn't caused me a problem. I've taken it, 2 hours away to go off-roading, and never had a problem with it. It's just sometimes it feels like it's starting in third, so you pop it into first, and then when you're moving, you drive. That's the only quirk about driving it. Got someone up here trying to turn left. Let them go. And now again I'm stopped, but I was still kind of moving, and I'm just in drive. And it's no problem to just keep driving it. But I just wanted to make that clear that sometimes you feel like you're starting in third gear when you're in drive, so you sometimes put it into first gear and then click it up to drive when you're moving. Anyone that's driven a manual or an automatic and used paddle shifters knows basically what you're doing. You're just selecting the gear. And the gears don't slip. You can test it out for yourself when you drive it, but I'll actually take it out right now. I'm charging the battery too, so I want to drive farther. But I'll take it out to the main road right now, and we'll give it a full throttle in drive. And we'll point the... Alright, so see I'm stopping here because the car is going by. So I just hit it down into 1. When I start moving about 10 miles an hour or so, I just pop it into that, and you're good to drive. And you're good to drive then until you stop again. So we're going to go out to this main road. I'm going to take a right, and how I know to test slipping when I bought cars is you give it full power and you see if it slips at all. So we're going to go, and we'll be in third gear probably when we have our foot down. And I'll show you guys the revolutions per minute here. But as you can see, I'm in drive. I'm on a little hill, and watch, if I try to go, I'm barely moving. Now watch, put it into first gear, and now I move real easy. So that was what I was telling you about. You can drive it like it was, but you're going to get slow acceleration. It thinks it's in third. So that's when you pop it in first when you stop. So I'm in first. I'm going to go around, and now I'm going to pop it into drive, and now I'm going to give it full throttle. And as you can see, the RPMs are not slipping. We got up to about 40 from like 15 there. It was full throttle there. So there's no actual problem with the transmission slipping or anything like that. Everything works fine. It's just sometimes it doesn't want to go in first. So it's just something I haven't really bothered with too much because I just shifted myself, and it's been like this for years and been fine. What else might you need to know? Everything seems to work as good as it can in the 98. All our windows work. You don't have AC though. You can maybe fix that. There is no AC, So you drive with your windows down, or this I use mostly as my winter truck, so it's awesome in winter and you don't have to worry. It does have heat. I also have a brand new sound system and speakers that I'm going to include with this. A new head unit and speakers I'm going to include. This one doesn't work so good, but I have a new unit and speakers that I'm going to include just with the car, so you'll get that. And other than that, it's a great truck. These engines are bulletproof. They're supposed to last forever. I've done oil changes, even though I've only put 5,000 miles on in the 3.5 years I've had it. I've done, you know, like 10 oil changes. I do oil changes every 5 to 6 months, even if I'm only done 200 miles on the car. So it gets oil changes quite often, and you know, I've taken really good care of it. I've done lots of upgrades to it, and you know, it's been like my little fun build up and make better Jeep for the past 3 years. And now I have a different car that kind of serves the purpose of this. I have an FJ Cruiser, so I don't really need 2 off-road winter trucky things. So that's why I'm selling it. The price is going to be, I'm going to probably post that in the description. I'm thinking about it, and it might be subject to change, so look for the price in the description of the video. I'll also be posting this up on probablycars.com and other websites. So I'm going to get out and do one more walk around. I'm going to let it keep running to let the battery charge. But we'll just show you a little bit more. I also have most of the receipts of things I've done. I don't have everything in here, but I got most of these are just receipts of oil change, not just oil changes, but putting on parts and all types of stuff. And I got also my YouTube videos that show when I put stuff on. You could look up on my channel like Cherokee upgrades. Probably find some videos of when I was doing some of these upgrades. So we'll give you another walk around from the outside, and then we'll end this video. Guys, have any questions about this Jeep, let me know. And again, I'll put the price in the description. And if you are interested in it and there is no price shown, just send me a message and we'll talk. I don't wash it very much, as you can tell. I think it looks better dirty because it's my off-road Jeep, but it's black and it can wash up fairly nice. We can show you these lights really quick. There's a switch right here for the lights on top. As you can see, they all work. It's really bright outside, so you're not going to see how bright they are, but they work nice from that little switch right there. And I'm also going to include, just because this is a camera that records front and back. Here's the 2 cameras. It's turning off now. I'll plug it back on to turn it on, and it should show us kind of what you see. I'm going to include this just because it fits nice in this car. So when it turns on here, you should be able to see it, I think, unless I plugged it in too quick that it doesn't want to show us. Let me just hit something. Come on, show us the screen. And there we go. You can see the inside view, and then this second view is right out the front windshield. So that's nice to have, especially because this car doesn't have as much insurance on it. It's an old car. I don't need full coverage. I want to make sure if there's ever an accident that I have proof that, you know, I was driving fine, because I always drive pretty defensively and nice. So you'll get that with the car too, just because it fits nice in here. So I'll end the video. I'm going to let it run a little longer though, just to charge that battery all the way. And see y'all later.